Welcome to Existence Training. My name is Leon Meredith, and this is duly in partnership with the Foundation for Elevation Station. What is the Foundation for Elevation? What is Existence Training? Well, it is a way in which to understand and build practices and behaviors to maintenance our existence on multiple levels of our lives, so that it becomes a culture. So basically, like we give a car a tune-up, and we know every so often we must change the oil, shift the filters, take it in for a checkup, listen attentively, put the right gas in there, the right gas stations, not the watered down stuff, and you listen to the rhythm of the vehicle, and you're like, I ain't going to that gas station no more. Look at the gas running out too quick, the engine kind of is running kind of rough. We have that mindset in which to maintenance our vehicle when we have a certain degree of care for our vehicle. Some people, it really doesn't matter that much. It's the same way with our bodies, our physical, our existence. And it doesn't stop with just the physical. It's the mental and spiritual. But I want to talk about one method, one practice that I think is vastly beneficial physically, mentally, and spiritually. It is to brush our mouth. I grew up and I always heard terms that say, hey man, you better brush your teeth. And to brush your teeth, that mindset is only a portion of the task, the duty we must do with our mouth. This is the part of our body that carries the most bacteria. Yes, more than our backside. It carries so much bacteria, and one of the main reasons it does this is because we leave food, garbage, carbohydrates, sugar in our mouth so long during the day. And this breaks down our enamel, and it does a host of other things that affects our brain activity, our cellular makeup, the DNA. And I'm not going to go all through the psychobabble, jibble jabble of what goes on in our body, because I can't regurgitate. It'll take me a while to regurgitate all the scientific findings about when we leave our mouth dirty, and what it does is it causes a multitude of bad things to begin to go wrong in our body, including cavities and other things that's clearly visible, and so many more that's not visible. So I'm making this video so that we can come to one accord on how to cleanse our mouth and to keep our mouth cleansed throughout the day. Because if we keep, what I have found throughout my studies is if we cleanse our mouth and keep it cleansed throughout the day, that it curbs our appetite. Our mouth is cleansed, and it's moist, it's not dry and in need of, I need a little something in my mouth. We keep our mouth cleansed so that we won't get that feeling of needing a small bit of candy or a juicy drink or what have you. We keep the film from in our mouth, the bacteria building up and causing bad things to happen. We don't keep food stuck in the crevices of our mouth all day. So that's one more reason that I support eating one meal a day, because it also helps us keep our mouth cleansed, which is very, very important. So on to the task at hand. What I do, and it's worked beautifully. Of course, I got some help with having gaps in my teeth. It's easy for me to floss. So how I start, I put water into my mouth. and I swish vigorously, and I spit out the water. When I spit out the water, then I begin to pop my floss. I don't want to really demonstrate, but I floss in between the teeth, and I flick in the gums that connect with the tooth. I go down in a little bit in the gum line, and I flick whatever may be stuck in there, whatever food. So after I do my cleansing and get all that out, I swish with a little water again, spit out all that food, or if it's a little blood, I might have nicked my gum a little bit. Damn. So then I do my brushing. Now when I brush, I cleanse the whole mouth. I do the gums, the teeth. I do the cheeks. You know how you go in between your tooth and your cheek? I do that area. Swoop the area on all the sides in between the gum line and the cheeks, and then I get the roof of my mouth up above my tongue. So I brush that whole roof of my mouth and then the tongue, and I go around the bottom side of the tongue. Then I get the basement under my tongue and swish that real quick. And what I do, I don't just spit everything out. I get some water, put it in there, and swish, and then brush it, spit that out, and then I get some new water, put it in, and I use this as a rinse cycle. I rinse my toothbrush out, and then I keep the water in my mouth. Now with the water in my mouth, I gargle a little bit with it, and then I stick the toothbrush in there and keep the water in my mouth. And I do the rinse cycle where I brush the whole area, the roof of my mouth, in between the cheeks, and boom. Then I spit that out. Once I spit that out and I brush my tongue real good, I get a tool called a tongue scraper to finish off the process. Now, tongue scraper is, a tool. This is it right here. Well, this is a cheap model. And it looks like this, and I got this one from CVS, and I stick my tongue out and reach back by the tonsils and scrape it forward. And as you do this, you'll start to notice your tongue starts to keep its natural pink flavor, color. You will see it, and you will start to notice that we may carry a lot of film and bacteria on our tongue. We don't want to carry that on our tongue. We can lead a better lifestyle and taking care of our health, our oral health better. I want to choose the right words because I don't want to offend anyone. Because I know I have been to bad oral hygiene, and I have moved to a point now where my health is so well, and I take care of my oral hygiene so well day and night and throughout the day that I even wake up in the morning with with good breath. Like, it's not bad because the vegetable content, which helps. The foods and the fruits and vegetables that I eat consistently throughout the day, when I do eat my meal, it helps with breath. It helps with a multitude of things in our existence. But one thing I'm talking about now is oral hygiene, and eating a balanced diet definitely helps the hygiene in many ways. So I wish you well, and I hope that you maintain a level of discipline when it comes to taking care of your oral hygiene, because it leads to so many downfalls in the reality that we live. We take for granted these pleasures of life, this snacking, this addiction to pleasure. And at one point, we must conquer this addiction that we have to pleasure. I like to taste good stuff. But sometimes, and I don't want to keep it around in my mouth to do more bad stuff inside my body going forward. So when I do eat whatever, I want to get it from my mouth. I don't want it to sit there where it don't supposed to sit and cause bad things to happen. So I hope you share this with your family and loved ones. I know it's a different perspective, and I only wish you love, and I only come out of love. Thank you for tuning in to the existence training that I present. Tuning out from the foundation of elevation. Cleveland, Ohio. We forever right here. Peace.